Welcome to Overwatch, and welcome to the tournament roundup for the events between July 25th and July 31st. More team shifts that literally happened while I was just recording this episode. Also, the end of the Atlantic qualifiers, and the Overwatch Open has continued this week, so let's get started. Let's begin with what's probably going to be the really big news of the week. Luminosity Gaming have dropped their former roster, let's just call them Mix-Up for now, their old name from back in the day. Instead, they've picked up Too Strong, a mid-tier European team with consistently improving results. I'm honestly curious to see how far Too Strong can go with proper support, especially keep an eye on Tseini. He can play a really mean carry. As for Mix-Up, that's Seagull, Enigma and friends, and Gods as well. I'm really curious to see where Gods is going, especially. At the time of writing, nothing is confirmed with what's going on with them. Of course, like I mentioned last week, NRG, that's Shaq's team, did extend a quote-unquote offer towards Seagull over Twitter. A little bit of a faux pas socially, but hey, maybe that's going to end up being something now. Still, a lot of good players on that team. I imagine most of them at the very least will stay together. Otherwise, no major roster swings elsewhere. I wasn't going to mention that Luminosity was going to be parting ways with Triley in Dust, therefore ending the In Dust We Trust memes, which is a shame because I really like that one, but it's a bit moot now, right? Going to be interested to see if Luminosity's new team especially can take matches off Europe's Tier 1, basically starting to repeat the success that Anox has been having lately. Moving on to event news, the Overwatch Open did kick off its second week and saw another two teams moving into their regional qualifier, Rogue and Cloud9. In North America, that's, well, kind of expected. Cloud are the solid second place team over there at the moment, and Europe went pretty by the numbers, with reunited Rogue Too Strong, which is now Luminosity. I'm going to just keep mixing up those two names for a little bit, just while people get used to Luminosity being something that isn't Seagull, and Creation being the top 4 spots. Anox getting beaten by Rogue earlier on in the tournament, so not doing quite as well this time around. North America enjoyed a little bit of a shake-up, however, with Team Liquid getting past TSM in a 2-1 series. Liquid have been quiet for quite a while, roster issues making it hard for them to put in big results. Them beating TSM, I'd consider a slight upset. Meanwhile, the ESL Atlantic finished up its qualifiers last week, and all the teams are now in a bracket for their regional qualifiers. At the time of recording, the first day of the European qualifier is underway, and if you're looking to get into Pro Overwatch, I really do recommend this as a good place to start. A lot of very good teams, there is some upset potential, and so far the production and casting has been absolutely top notch, like really well done so far, guys. Rounding out Europe and qualifying in week 4, we saw Overwatch Kings, Aira eSPORTS, B-Fly or Banana Fly, and We United all secure their spots, while in North America, FaZe Clan were notably absent, so Splice, Oh No, Team Delirium and the 1% have secured their spots. Realistically speaking, well, a couple of these teams don't have great chances, let's put it that way, but let's go with some predictions anyway. In Europe, I'm expecting Rogue, Creation, Misfits, and Reunited to go through. If anyone's going to play spoiler, it will probably be Anox, and they'll probably beat Reunited for that final and 4th slot. But I'd still kind of count that as an upset. Anox's one blip on the radar was a seriously impressive run, but since then, Rogue seem to have got them figured out at the very least, and I imagine most of the other teams have too. Just stop Cypher getting too far out of control. As for Luminosity, I still don't think they are quite on the level just to make it to Gamescom just yet. In North America, NVS and Cloud9 are both pretty certain to make it to Gamescom. After that, it really does start to get tricky. TSM looked a bit shaky against Team Liquid, and Fnatic have been getting steadily better. Northern Gaming Red, as far as I'm aware, still haven't solved the issue of not having a 6th player as well. Also, who knows what Mix-Up is going to look like. Honestly, they've been looking very shaky lately as well themselves. But, well, I said I'm going to make predictions, so let's make predictions. Envy, Cloud9, Fnatic, and TSM, I think, are going to be the teams that make it through. Beyond the Summit also quietly rolled along in the background with all the other events. This one kinda actually flew under the radar a little bit last week. The second qualifying week saw Cloud9 and Team Liquid go through, meaning the playoffs will be between Envy, TSM, Cloud9 and Team Liquid on August 6th and 7th. Going to be interesting to see how that one shakes out and how the teams do end up faring against one another, especially how TSM and Team Liquid do. With all the major events this week, plus producer/caster ZP flying out to the UK, there was no GosuGamers Weekly this week. Not too surprising with all the bigger events rolling around that this one's going to start falling further and further into the background. That means it's been pretty quiet on the weekly front, or at least on the regular but smaller funded tournament front, shall we say. Team of the Week kind of tough to call, to be honest. At the moment, there's no one who really shown out, aside from, you know, well, Envious didn't even play that much this week, but honestly, like, they're still the best team around. Still, going to throw it to Misfits this week, because they've been doing so damn well in the European scene, but still, they are definitely one of the favourites around in Europe at the moment. Player of the week is going to go to the now member of Luminosity, Tseini, T-S-E-I-N-I. Could be anything, like, I need to get confirmation from that guy for how to pronounce his name. But the guy is a player I've had my eye on for a good long while. He was known for a while as something of a Widowmaker main. He's since spread his wings and is coming out very frequently with a hard carry style of Reaper and Genji plays. Well done to him. Social media stuff for that guy will be in the description and on your screen right now. Next week, the regional qualifiers for the ESL Atlantic Showdown do roll forward. Go check those out from Monday to Thursday. You've probably already missed Monday. You might be able to just catch the end of it. Sorry, it's just how my schedule's worked out this week and how fast I can get these things out, as well as the Overwatch Open rolling further forward into week number 3. Toodles.